The Believers continues the N.J. Dawood translation of Al-Quran, and we will have some comments and some adjustments. And I'm trying to be smoother or briefer about them, but don't always think right. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful, blessed are the believers who are humbled in their prayers, who avoid profane talk and give alms to the destitute, who restrain their carnal desires, except with their wives and their slave girls, for these are lawful to them. Transgressors are those who lust after other than these, who are true to their trust and promises and diligent to their prayers. These are the heirs of paradise. They shall abide in it forever. And we see that a believer is not just somebody that claims belief or thinks to themselves, well, I think this is the right thing. They got to do certain things. They don't waste their time. They give charity to the poor. House of worship is fine and all that stuff. Other good causes, fine. But the poor is where the alms are total deal. And your restraint at protecting your private parts. Those who attend to you as tailors and stuff like this, sure. And your wives, because obviously the greater degree and then the other degree of the access. We first created human from an essence of clay, then placed him, a living germ, in a secure enclosure. Literally, the wound. The germ we made a clot of blood, and the clot a lump of flesh. This we fashioned into bones, then clothed the bones with flesh, thus bringing forth another creation. Blessed be Allah, the noblest of creators. Yeah, and if you look at the thing, it looks like a blood clot, and then it looks like a lump, and then it looks, you have bones form, and then you start to recognize the creature because it, starts to form fingers and stuff. You shall surely die hereafter and be restored to life on the day of resurrection. We have created 7 heavens above you of our creation. We are never heedless. 7 highways, literally. Jalal Ain. And remember the thing about the heavens, the lowest heaven is the one with the lamps and all that. We send down water from the sky in due measure and launched it into the earth. But if we please, we can take it all away. With it, we cause palm groves and vineyards to spring up, yielding abundant fruit for your sustenance. The tree which on Mount Sinai grows gives oil and a condiment for all to eat. In the cattle, too, you have but an example of our power. We give you to drink of that which is in their bellies. You eat their flesh and gain other benefits from them besides. By them, as by the ships that sail the sea, you were carried. We sent forth Noah to his people. Serve Allah, my people, he said, for you have no God but him. Will you not take heed? The unbelieving elders of his people said, this man is but a mortal like you, feigning himself your superior. Had Allah willed, he could have sent down angels, nor did we hear that such a thing ever happened to our forefathers. He is surely possessed. Keep an eye on him a while. Noah said, help me, Lord. They will not believe me. We revealed our will to him, saying, build an ark under our watchful eyes, according to our instruction. When our judgment comes to pass and water wells out from the oven, take aboard a pair from every species, and the members of your household, except those of them already doomed. Do not plead with me for those who have done wrong. They shall be drowned. So we have a local flood. Something flows over, an edge. Because what is it, 90 to 100 years ago, thereabouts, I forget exactly, that the Red Sea became bigger, the Black Sea was formed, there was a fire seen in the sky, and there was tektites, so there was a meteor impact. And when you and all your followers have gone abroad, gone aboard, say, praise be to Allah who has delivered us from a sinful nation. Lord, let my landing from this ark be blessed. You alone can make me land in safety. Now, it's more like a barge. Ark gives us a connotation like, um, I lived like a little over a mile from this one church that they built to be shaped like a storybook Noah's Ark. Surely in that there were veritable signs, thus did we put mankind to the proof. Then we raised a new generation and sent forth to them an apostle of their own. Serve Allah, he said, for you have no God but him. Will you not take heed, but the unbelieving elders of his people who denied the life to come, and on whom we had bestowed the good things of this life, said, this man is but a mortal like yourselves, nourished by the same food and drink. If you obey a mortal like yourselves, you shall indeed be lost. Does he threaten you that when you are dead and turned to dust and bones, you we raise to life, a foolish threat? Indeed, there is no other life but this, our earthly life. We die and live, never to be restored to life. This man is but an impostor who tells of a law, and what is untrue, never will we believe him. He said, help me, Lord. They have rejected me. He replied, before long they shall rue it. The cry overtook them in all justice, and we swept them away like withered leaves. Gone are the wicked men. After them, we raised other generations. Certainly, the changes from one nation to the other and one culture on top of that, um, and other such distinctions, that's important to pay attention to, right? I mean, why the changes? No people can delay their doom or go before it, and sent forth our apostles in succession, yet time after time they disbelieved their apostles, so that we destroyed them one by one and made them a byword for iniquity. Gone are the unbelievers. Then we sent Moses and his brother Aaron with our signs and with clear authority to Pharaoh and his nobles, but they received them with contempt, for they were arrogant men. What, said they, are we to believe in two men like ourselves, whose people are our bondsmen? They denied them and thus incurred destruction. And we gave Moses the book so that his people might be rightly guided. We made the son of Mary and his mother a sign to mankind, and gave them a shelter on the peaceful hillside, watered by a fresh spring. Apostles, eat of that which is wholesome, and do good works. I have knowledge of all your actions. Your community is but one community, and I am your only Lord. Therefore fear me. Yet men have divided themselves into factions, each rejoicing in its own doctrines. Leave them in their error till a time appointed. Do they think that in giving them wealth and children, we are solicitous for their welfare? By no means. They cannot see those who walk in fear of their Lord, who believe in the revelations of their Lord, who worship none besides their Lord, who give alms with hearts filled with awe, knowing that they will return to their Lord. These vie with each other for salvation, and shall be the first to attain it, and approach even the difficult acts of worship with joy. Look forward to giving that portion of your extra when Ramadan comes around, or for each Eid and the occasions where it's not, or look forward to the fasting, look forward, whatever. We charge no soul with more than it can bear. Our book records the truth. None shall be wronged. You know, people talk about the Akashic records, and yeah, there's records of our deeds. Maybe not in the sense that they talk about, you hire a guru and all that stuff, right? But the unbelievers' hearts are blind to all this. Their deeds are of a different sort, and they are bent on doing them. But when we visit our scourge upon those of them that live in comfort, they will cry out for help. We shall say, do not howl this day, for from us you shall receive no help. My revelations were recited to you many a time. But you turn your backs in scorn and pass the nights reviling them. Should they not heed the word? Was anything revealed to them that had not been revealed to their forefathers? Or is it because they do not know their apostle that they deny him? Do they say he is possessed? Surely he has proclaimed to them the truth, but most of them abhor the truth. Had the truth followed their appetites, the heavens, the earth, and all who dwell in them would have surely been corrupted. We have given them their scriptures, yet to their scriptures they pay no heed. Are you seeking a reward from them? Far better is your Lord's recompense. He is the most magnificent giver. Ye have called them to a straight path, but those who deny the hereafter will ever stray from the right path. If we showed them mercy and relieve their misfortunes, they would still blunder about in their evil ways. We punished them once, but they neither entreated their Lord nor humbled themselves towards him. And when we smote them with a dreadful scourge, they yielded to utter despair. It was he who gave you ears, eyes, and hearts, and yet you are seldom thankful. It was he who placed you on the earth, and before him you shall all be assembled. It is he who ordains life and death, and he who alternates the night with the day. Can you not understand? They say what the ancients said before them after our death, when we are dust and bones. They say, shall we be raised to life? This have we been promised before, we and our fathers. It is but a fable of the ancients. Say, whose is the earth and all that it contains? Tell me if you know the truth. Allah's, they will reply. Say, then will you not take heed? Say, who is the Lord of the seven heavens and the glorious throne? Allah, they will reply. Say, will you not keep from evil then? Say, in whose hands is the sovereignty of all things, protecting all, while against him there is no protection? Tell me if you know the truth. In Allah's, they will reply. Say, how then can you be so bewitched? We have revealed to them the truth. They are surely lying. Never has Allah begotten a son, nor is there any other God besides him. Were this otherwise, each God would govern his own creation, each holding himself above the other. Exalted be Allah above their falsehoods. He knows alike the unknown and the manifest. Exalted be he above the gods they serve besides him. Say, Lord, if you will indeed, let me see the scourge they are threatened with. Do not abandon me, Lord, among these wicked people. Indeed, we do have power enough to let you see the scourge they are threatened with. Requite evil with good. We are fully aware of all their slanders. And say, Lord, I seek refuge in you from the promptings of the devils. Lord, I seek refuge in you from their presence. When death comes to a wrongdoer, he will say, Lord, let me go back, that I may do good works in the world I have left behind. Never, these are the very words which he will speak. Behind them there shall stand a barrier till the day of resurrection, when the trumpet is sounded. On that day their ties of kindred shall be broken, nor shall the axe help of one another. Those whose scales are heavy shall triumph, but those whose scales are light shall forfeit their souls and abide in hell forever. The fire will scorch their faces, and they will writhe in anguish. We shall say, were my revelations not recited to you, and did you not deny them? Lord, they will reply, fortune betrayed us, and we went astray. Lord, deliver us from hell, if we return to sin, and we shall indeed be wicked men. He will say, stay here in shame and do not plead with me. Among my servants there were those who said, Lord, we believe in you, forgive us and have mercy on us. You are the best of those that show mercy. But you derided them until they caused you to forget my warning, and you laughed at them. Today I shall reward them for their fortitude, for it is they who have triumphed. And he will ask, how many years did you live on earth? They will reply, a day or possibly less. Ask those who have kept count. That indicates, when all comes down, the length is not going to be something that you're really so conscious of, nor is it terribly important. He will say, brief indeed was your sojourn, if you but knew it. Did you think that we created you in vain, and that you would never be recalled to us? Exalted be Allah, the true King. There is no God but Him, the Lord of the glorious throne. He that invokes another as God, besides Allah, a God of whose divinity he has no proof, his Lord will bring him to account. The unbelievers shall never prosper. Say, Lord, forgive and have mercy. You are the best of those show mercy. And in the sitting portion of the prayer, we can, waqul, like that part. Rabbig bir warham wa anta khayru rahimin. And 93 to 98, and say, Lord, if you will indeed let me see the scourge. And that says, I seek refuge from their presence, that portion. So the last two verses tend to be all that people say in terms of spiritual protection. وَقُولْ رَبِّ أَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنْ هَمَزَاتِ الشَّيَاطِينِ وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ رَبِّ أَن يَحْضُرُونِ. But obviously, thematically, it goes fully in with Qul Rabbi Emma Turiani Ma Yuadun. Rabbi Fala Taj'alni Fil Taumil Thalamin Wa Anna Allah Anna Uriaka Mana'ad Duhum Laqadirun Idfa'a Bilati Hiya Ahsanu Sayyata Nahnu Alamu Bima Yasifun. It's kind of tiny. Didn't say that as smoothly, but you get the idea.